This tutorial is called Creating a Simple Logo using the Illustrator Pen tool. Let's lighten the image a little so we can see our vector lines more easily. Go to the panels on the right and choose Transparency. This expands the Transparency panel. Make sure you have the image selected using the Selection tool. In the Transparency panel, change the opacity from 100 to 40%. This will enable us to see the lines we're creating more easily. You can see the image is now lighter. Another way to help in seeing the lines is to change the color of the outlines. Select the Pen tool first. Go to the panels on the right again and select Color. This opens the Color panel. First, let's get rid of any fill color which we don't need for now. Click on Fill and below that click on None. Next, click on Stroke and in the Color section choose something that will be easy to see against the background image. I'm going to select a bright blue color. Now we're ready to start recreating the logo in vectors. There's more than one way to recreate this logo, but for this lesson we're going to use mostly just the Pen tool along with a few shortcuts. Go to your Pen tool. Start at the top left corner of the A. Place points around the entire edge of the A. Use the Zoom tool as needed. To use this, click on the Zoom tool. Your cursor turns into a magnifying glass icon with a plus sign inside. Click on what you want to zoom in on and it will become larger on the screen. To reduce the amount of zoom, hold down the Alt key. The plus sign in the hourglass turns to a minus sign. Continue holding down the Alt key and click on the object to zoom out. When you release the Alt key, the plus sign reappears. Once you have the image how you want it, go back to the Pen tool and create the triangle inside the A. At this point, let's zoom in on what we've created so far. Using the Direct Selection tool, edit the lines of the triangle and lower part of the A so that they are in line with each other. Also make sure the bottom of the A is even all the way across. One way to do this is to use a guideline. You'll need to have rulers showing in Illustrator. You may already have rulers showing on the top and left side of the program. If not, go to View in the top menu and go down to Rulers and click on it. Now place your cursor over the top ruler and click. Hold and drag down a guideline and place it at the bottom edge of the A. Now you can line up the bottom of the A using the guideline. We're going to use a shortcut to create the upside down A. Select the outside of the A, hold down the Shift key, and click on the inside of the A. This will select both the objects. Hold down the Control key and hit the C key to copy. Hold down the Control key and then hit the F key to paste a copy of the two objects on top of the original. With the objects still selected, go to the top of the selection, and when the cursor turns to the up and down arrow icon, click and drag the top down and line it up with the upside down A. Now let's create the black shape around the upside down A. Using the Pen tool, place a line around the shape using only 4 points. Line up the top of the shape with the guideline. I've changed the color of the outline to a red so that you can see this better. So far we've only had to use straight lines, but for the top shape we'll have to use curved lines. We're going to make this in 2 parts. Start by making a shape around the entire black area. Click the left bottom point first. Then at the top, click and drag to the right while holding down the Shift key. Drag the curve straight out horizontally until it fits the curve in the logo. Next, click the right bottom point of the shape to complete the top of the shape. Then at the bottom center, click and drag to the left while holding down the Shift key. Drag the curve straight out horizontally until it fits the curve of the logo. Finally, click on your first point at the bottom left to close the shape. Repeat the steps you just used to create the white shape that's inside the black shape. All of our shapes are now created. All we have to do is color our shapes appropriately. Start by selecting all of the shapes that will be black. Make the fill black and the stroke none. As you can see, some of the shapes seem to have disappeared. They're still there, but because of the order in which the shapes were created, some of them are behind others. With all of the black objects selected, except the black triangle on the upside down A, go to the top menu and click on Object. Click on Arrange and select Send to Back. Now we can see all of the objects again. Select all of the objects that are to be white. On the color panel, make the fill white and the stroke none. Click on the imported image of the logo and hit delete on your keyboard. Now's the time to do any tweaking to get the logo exactly how you want it. Once you have that done, you're finished. Now you've created a vector logo suitable for use in any printing situation. Next, I suggest moving on to the tutorial called Creating a Simple Vector Logo using the Illustrator Pathfinder tool. You'll learn to create the same logo using the pen tool along with other tools and techniques that can help you illustrate faster and more efficiently. And thanks for watching.